You're tuned into Visions, a business and community affairs program designed to encourage and promote entrepreneurship in Central Alabama.
Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Visions. Cedric Varner, thanks for watching this legal edition of Visions. We're excited, always happy to have our friend Attorney Charles James with the Serious Injury Law Group. Mr. James, thanks for being here with us again on the program.
Always a pleasure and a privilege, sir.
Yes, yes. We always like to pick up on these conversations. Thanks for coming to be with us from time to time. One of the things that we want to open up with is your mission statement, because one of the things that I see you say that goes with your name, that you're serious lawyers and that you look for serious results.
Yes, sir. That is our mission. That's our motto, Cedric. We are the Serious Injury Law Group, and we represent people who've been seriously injured in motor vehicle accidents or as a result of defective products. And what we try to do and what we do accomplish for our clients is we obtain serious results for them. Mm-hmm. We're not going to take the first pennies that are thrown at us on a claim. We're going to work that claim up. We're going to litigate. We're going to hire the experts. We're going to go to court, write motions, respond to motions, and have oral arguments on these issues. And in the end, we're going to stand up and hopefully get a positive outcome for our client.
That's good. Well, you know, one of the things I remember hearing you say is that you like going to court and you like representing your clients in court.
Yes, sir. I love going to court. It's like you know, if you're a surgeon, hey,
yeah,
you train to go to surgery. Right. If you're a, you know, and I'm definitely not in the military, but if you're a special operations guy, you love jumping out of airplanes behind enemy lines and infiltrating the enemy and engaging the enemy. Well, as a lawyer, as a trial lawyer, that's what I wake up for every morning, is to go to court. You know, I'm like, hey, I'm not scared. Pass me the file. Let's go.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Well, hey, that's what the Vision show is about. Obviously, he has a vision for what he's doing now. You got a lot of things going on in the media as it relates to lawyers, and we got some on TV, we got some on billboard. So what is it that makes your firm different than some of the others that we see?
Well, Cedric, that's a great question. What makes us different is that we actually care about our clients. We empathize with our clients. We can relate to our clients. I know what it's like to be in pain. I know what it's like to be without a vehicle. I know what it's like to maybe not be able to pay all your bills at the end of the month. And so that's something special that we bring to the client. And in addition to that, we're going to give that client the respect and the dignity that he or she deserves, no matter what their level of education or socioeconomic status is. We treat everyone with equal amounts of respect. And another thing too is when you call our law firm and you ask for Chuck James, guess what? You're gonna get Chuck James.
Good.
I'm not gonna unlike a lot of these lawyers that you see on TV, on billboards, you know, you see them advertising, but you're never, ever going to meet them.
That's right.
When it's time for your deposition, Chuck James is going to prepare you, or Gerald Brooks, who's my partner.
That's right.
One of us is going to prepare you. When it's time to go to trial, we're going to meet with you beforehand to make sure that you're not nervous and to prepare you for all of the questioning that we anticipate is going to be asked in the midst of that trial.
That's good.
So we're very, very hands-on. And in addition, Cedric, we don't charge a consultation fee. A lot of lawyers around here, they do charge a consultation fee to meet with them. That's not how we operate. We don't charge anything, not one penny, unless we recover for you. Okay. And then even then, you don't have to come out of pocket. It's based on a contingency basis. So that's kind of what sets us apart. And then too, Cedric, like I care about my clients because unlike a lot of these people that you see on TV and on the billboards, I want to run into you at church.
That's right.
I want to run into you at Walmart. I might run into you on the softball field where our kids are playing.
That's right.
Or at a PTA meeting.
That's right.
So I want to be able to look at you eye to eye, person to person, and know that I did my best. And then I want you to be able to look at me and say, hey, that's my lawyer. He did a good job for me. He fought for me.
That's good. That's good. Well, as far as the people that you represent in your area and your demographic, now you have an office in Birmingham, you have one in Mobile and in Lowndes County.
Yes. We're distributed throughout the state. I'm based here in Montgomery. I'm originally from Mobile, so we have an office there. We also have an office in Lowndes County to kind of service our clients who may come from Wilcox, from Lowndes, sometimes from Dallas County, may not want to drive all the way into Montgomery. We also have a significant amount of clients from the Monroeville area. We also have a Birmingham office, of course. So
That's good.
we're kind of we're distributed like that for a reason. I want people to be able to access good quality, caring legal representation.
Good. Now, speaking of legal representation, one of the issues that many of our viewers may know about was the Sunnyside daycare case, and no, you can't talk too much about it, but you were able to get some resolution, I understand, to that case.
Yeah, we recently had the final settlement hearing with Judge Hobbs, in which the settlement was approved. We were able to obtain policy limits for the children who were injured. So as a result of our hard work and our dedication to this case, these children, once they reach the age of majority, they'll have some money so that they can go to college or go to trade school, purchase a car, maybe put a down payment on a house, but they'll have money set aside for them to help them advance themselves in life.
That's good.
And I'm very, very proud of that as a parent and as someone who had to start from nothing.
Right.
It means a lot to me to be able to do that for those children and their families.
That's good. That's good. Well, you guys were really on the front line on that case, and really were sensitive to the needs of the families that were challenged with that issue. Now, you got things that you do, a lot of special areas that you cover when you talk about workplace injury. What's an example of workplace injury and a reason why a client should need to come to you about it?
Sure. Workplace injuries, of course, that falls under the umbrella of what's called workers' compensation law. Workers' compensation laws in Alabama are very antiquated. They're very, very pro-employer, and the reason for that is because the people who wrote the laws, the people in the legislature, they're all business owners. So why would you write a law that hurts you as opposed to one that helps you? But in spite of the laws and the way that they stand, we have had very, very good success representing people who were injured. It may be something where a truck driver was hit by a drunk driver while transporting a load. It may be an instance where we got cases in Mobile where people have been injured on the Mobile State docks working on a ship. Got a case where a city worker was injured while performing his duties on a garbage route, and the truck malfunctioned, and he was injured. And so people get broken, people get bruised, people lose their lives, they lose body parts. And anytime you're injured to a point where part of your body does not function at the capacity that it functioned pre-injury, then you need to file a workers' compensation claim to see if we can get you some kind of recovery to compensate you for the loss of that strength or the strength in that body part or mobility, or you may again lose a body part. You may have a permanent injury to your back where you'll never be able to lift more than 10 pounds.
Right.
So you got to be compensated for that, and we're here to do that.
Well, now speaking of your body and things going wrong in a process, you also do medical malpractice.
We do medical malpractice, and again, those cases are very, very tough, just because of the way that the laws are structured. Here in Alabama, we have very restrictive pro-doctor medical malpractice laws, but in spite of that, we have been able to obtain successful outcomes for our clients. I recently settled a case where a lady had complained of blood in her urine for about 18 months, and her doctor kept diagnosing her with a urinary tract infection. Well, by the time she got a second opinion, by the time that doctor referred her out for a second opinion, 18 months later, she had stage 4 bladder cancer, and she ultimately died from that. The proper course of treatment in that case would have been for him to get a second consultation with her for her immediately upon finding out that there was blood in her urine. And that didn't happen for 18 months. So, the cancer grew, it metastasized, and unfortunately our client is no longer with us. But we did give some type of comfort to her family, knowing that their mother did not die in vain.
That's good.
But medical malpractice cases are very, very expensive. We have to hire doctors, and not just any doctor. It has to be a doctor who is similarly situated as the offending doctor or a doctor who has, who doesn't have affiliations with any other local hospitals who we may be suing, and that's just extremely hard. So a lot of times we have to fly doctors in from New York or California or Chicago to come in and testify on these cases. So it's a very daunting proposition, but in spite of the high risk, or in spite of the odds that are set before us, we don't give up on them.
That's
and
good.
if it's a good case, we're going to fight it, and we're going to fight it to the end. And these insurance companies and the law firms throughout this state know that, oh Lord, Chuck and Gerald filing another one.
Serious.
And that's kind of what that's what they say, and that's a good feeling.
Yeah, that they know the serious lawyers are going to be coming. Now we got just a couple minutes. We like to learn things on the Vision Show. One of the things that you were teaching us was, and you helped me on the pronunciation, Ketam.
Ketam cases. Those are whistleblower cases. That is when you, as an employee or as a private citizen, you witness someone defrauding the government. Usually, the way that Ketam actions arise, in one of our cases, we had a business. A business manager for a physician's office who saw that the doctor was billing the VA, billing Medicare, billing Medicaid, and Blue Cross for services that the doctor claims were performed but were never performed. The doctor would say that he had performed surgery on someone when actually he had only seen them for an office visit or a consultation. So instead of the doctor billing $65, the doctor was billing $2,000.
Wow.
And his pockets and his business was getting enriched through that fraudulent activity. This young lady recognized it and brought it to our attention, and we then filed a complaint under seal with the federal government, and the federal, in that case, is currently being prosecuted by the federal government. And what happens on those cases is that if the government does make a recovery, then the client who comes to us gets a percentage of what the government recovers.
Okay.
And so oftentimes you're talking about hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars that the person is entitled to collect due to them stepping up to the plate and being a whistleblower when they see something wrong going on.
Excellent. All right, well with that, we love this education. You're always bringing us great information. So all of what you just shared, people can call you and you'll be able to follow up with all these topics that you just shared with everybody. But we got to go. Attorney James, we want to say thanks for being here with us on the program.
Thank you again, Mr. Vaughn.
And so we look forward to bringing you back and you coming to see us another time. And that's going to do it for us on this segment of Visions. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.